Previously on Junior's Big World.
All right, guys, so this is my trailer. Oh my God. Look at all this securement. Oh, man. Now, we did watch videos on this, and we were told, oh, once you reach like 4, 5, 6 months, you'll get one of these. I'm getting one today. And it looks like I have to secure these. And these. So this should be fun. There's straps everywhere. Here's my paperwork. So I'll let you guys know how this one goes. Alright. So I'm currently putting this one. So I started in the back and I'm just working my way up. As you can see, all my ratchets, I'm using everything on this thing. I'm not taking no chance this stuff's gonna fall off on me. I'm using pretty much every piece of equipment they gave me. I'm using it. So let's see how this goes. So guys, this guy pulled up. I think he said he's been with the company Wylie for about 4 or 5 years. I'm about to help him secure this load and learn in the process, because this could be my next load. Moving equipment, he's about to show me, because he's about to do a bunch of different chaining techniques. So I'm about to watch and learn. Underneath, down, hang up the axis over there. Right.
You don't want that.
Yes.
So that's why you should always, before you get everything tied out, you should always check. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay. What's going on, everybody? Now, I'm not sure if it's because of the holidays. At the time I'm filming this, Christmas is less than 4 days. That could be it, but I'm not sure, because I was down here last week. I'm in Laredo, Texas. When I say down here, Laredo, Texas, I'm at the TA, and I'm about to show you this parking lot is very empty, and it's been like this. I was down here last week, and I'm down here. I completed my reset the weekend right before Christmas, and I'm about to show you. So yeah, so right next to me, this truck just pulled in, but it was like 4 empty spots over here. Like I said, I'm at the TA. It's several. This TA, I think, has over 177. He just pulled up yesterday, my Wylie brother, but it's still so many spaces in between us. It's all kinds of space, but it was like this last weekend as well. But we also have a there's a Flying J across the street, and then on the opposite side There's a Pilot. So you got a lot of choices. Then there's a mom and pop's truck stop over there as well. But I'm at the TA primarily because if you've been following me or if you know me, I love IHOP. So that's why I'm here. They have Denny's across the street and McDonald's at Pilot. So yeah, it's just very empty out here. So a lot of pull throughs, straight backs, you name it, it's empty. Nothing wild and crazy going on down here. Just a nice chill weekend. I'm not sure. I mean, I know eventually I'm gonna release this video, but I requested to be home for Christmas. I requested December 24th through the 28th. I'll come back on the 28th out to the road. And I have a 2-stop delivery tomorrow morning. First stop is at 8 a.m. The second one is at 10. Then after that, I don't know if they're just gonna have me deadhead home because tomorrow will be the 23rd. And then Tuesday's the 24th. Christmas is Wednesday, the 25th. So I don't know if they're gonna have me deadhead back home to Dallas, or if I'm gonna pick something up here in Laredo and then take it somewhere. I'm not sure. I don't know. But either way, I'm just happy I'm in Texas. I get to spend the holidays with my family, see my family, spend that precious time that, you know, we all take for granted. I'll get to spend time with my family. My baby just lost her first tooth. So that was interesting. She lost her tooth. She has another one that's loose as well. Her other teeth are coming in, and they said she didn't cry or anything. It happened while she was at school or at therapy as well. We call it school, but it's therapy. For those of y'all who may not know, my daughter goes to therapy. She has autism, and yeah, so it fell out when she was up there, and she was a big girl about it. She didn't cry or anything, and she picked her tooth up, gave it to her therapist. Her therapist put it in a Ziploc bag for us, so we're gonna hold on to it. And you know, once she understands about the tooth fairy and everything, or just as she gets older, and we're keeping as a momentum, she can see her little tooth, her first tooth to come out. So yeah, that's the exciting news. I got a snaggletooth kid for Christmas. I just can't wait to see her. I love seeing her on Christmas morning. This had to be how my mom felt when I was my daughter's age on Christmas mornings. She just lights up. She loves the whole experience, and I just love seeing her happy, seeing my wife happy. So that's cool for me. So yeah, I am enjoying myself. I needed to take a much needed break from YouTube. It was starting to become overwhelming with all of trying to get the right clips, the right angles, and the editing, and trying to, you know, not take stuff too personal when people leave weird comments on my video like they know me personally. It was just becoming a lot, and trying, you know, to be the bigger person, not just respond back how I want to respond. Just either let a person, because I don't know that person, they don't know me, just let them say what they got to say. Either allow it to stay underneath my video or just remove it. Just dealing with all that, it became a lot, and I feel like it was kind of taken away from my main focus, which is the job. Because if you care about this material and stuff, information and energy that you're putting out, you know, you're gonna take YouTube serious. And when I first started off doing YouTube, this was years ago, a lot of my viewers came when I started doing trucking, but I started doing YouTube. This was built off of me doing motorcycle stuff right before the pandemic hit, and before my best friend left and he moved to California, I live it. So this was really supposed to be a motorcycle channel, but it turned away from that because once he left, I didn't have anybody that I could ride with, because the other guys, I believe they may have sold their bikes or whatever. So it was like, I tried riding with different people that didn't turn out good, which y'all saw on a clip on a video that I released recently. I just didn't trust anybody else outside of the core guys I ride with. The two Chris's, well, one Chris we call I Live It, and Josh. They're the only people I trust, because I know they generally care about my well-being, and we all, once we get home, we check on each other, make sure we all made it. And it wasn't like that with the other people. So I'm like, I didn't mind riding by myself, but I'm like, I'm not gonna ride with nobody else. After what happened, me getting left and stranded and lost and all that good stuff, I said, nah, I'll just chill. So I still do have my motorcycle. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with it. For sentimental reasons, it's my first bike, so I'm trying to decide, should I just keep it for that or should I sell it? Of course, I would like to get a new bike. I Live It is back in Texas, but I'm doing this OTR thing, so I'm hardly at home. So I don't know. Haven't decided if I'm gonna sell the bike, keep the bike, get another bike. I don't know. I don't know. Haven't decided. To be continued on that. I really enjoy doing flatbed. I honestly didn't think I was gonna enjoy it, because even when I just thought about flatbed from what I saw before I started actually doing it, I was like, man, they work really hard, and certain companies don't pay them for what they're worth. I honestly, some companies pay better than others, but I can truly say, and it's just my personal opinion, no company is going to pay you for the type of, some stuff is preloaded, and some companies think, well, it's preloaded, you don't have to do much work. When something is preloaded, at least in my view, to me, it's just preloaded and it's strapped for them to move it from wherever they loaded it to the area that they staged it. To me, it's not secured to where I feel safe traveling a bunch of miles at 65 miles an hour. So even though, like with this load I have now, it was the trailer was loaded. They put the straps on how they wanted to. But as I was looking at it, the different techniques and stuff that they did, a lot of it, to me, it's not sketchy, but it's not how I was trained to do it. And it's not how, it wasn't really secure to my satisfaction or my standards. They had a lot of stuff pulling on one side. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, because some trailers and companies, they have it to where you only can pull stuff to one side. But if you have a trailer like this one, where you actually can secure it to both, I was trained on doing alternating pull. You want a little pull going to your driver's side and a little pull going to your passenger side, and you keep that tension, and that blocks the left and right movement and somewhat of the forward and back movement. But you can always add bulkheads to stop the forward and back movement, or you can do an X strap. This stuff didn't have X straps, so I had to add some X straps. I had to add some more securement to it, just so I can feel comfortable traveling over 800 miles at 65 miles an hour, because the truck is governed at 65. So I know a lot of people like preloaded trailers. Me personally, because it doesn't really take that long, unless it's like over 10 trucks ahead of you. It usually, what I experienced when I worked at Milton and even here at Wylie, it may take 10-15 minutes max to get loaded, because most flatbed companies operate on business hours, so it doesn't do them any good to hold you there, because they're trying to be done and finished before 5 o'clock. So It's not like when I was doing drive-in and reefer where you're just pretty much sitting up there at their mercy because the place is probably 24 hours. They just take their time of loading you and unloading you. Not in flatbed. They're usually 8 to 5. Some of them may open up at 7, or people get to work early. They may not, they may or may not start with your truck at 7, but some of them will. So I prefer getting live loaded versus having a preloaded. That's just me. Or I don't mind it being preloaded, but I want to do the securement. That's just me, because I feel more comfortable and I'm content of knowing, okay, if something happened, I'm the one who strapped this up and I messed up. I missed the strap or whatever. I don't want to rely upon the place I picked up and the way they did it. And I'm looking at them like, man, they got a lot of pull going to the passenger and very little going to the driver. I need to add some in-between stuff so I can have some pull going to the driver's side. Because you just don't know the weather, the road. You just don't know. And as you're traveling in that pull and, straps loosen and all that good stuff, it just, I don't know, I'm rambling. But I like flatbed. I like the physical aspect of it. We do have to get out in the elements. So if you don't mind getting rained on, getting snowed on, this will be fine for you. High winds. With the high winds, as long as it's not dust and stuff like that flying around, I don't really mind them. You just, in between the winds, you just have to move quickly if you're dealing with tarps, and try to keep your center of gravity low as possible. So that's what I've learned thus far dealing with it. But I just hate, even though I wear glasses or whatever, the dust and sand still can get in and it irritates my eyes really bad. So that's one thing I don't like. But the snow, the rain, I don't mind. Feels good, because I started doing this when it was extremely hot, and yeah, you can get dehydrated quick. So I do like flatbed. I just always thought, man, they work hard, very hard for little pay, unless you're owner op or leasing. You tend to make a little bit more. Now, there are some companies that they pay both percentage and cent per mile, and typically they may allow you, whichever one is higher, to receive that. I think that's cool. I am I'm company right now, and I just I'm not scared to do owner operating or leasing. I just think the timing is just not right now. You may ask, well, when is the timing ever right? you can pretty much know when it's right, because if you're second guessing, then that means it ain't right for you. And that's where I'm at. I'm second guessing it like right now. I really want to wait to see how the economy and things are going to be once the taking over office takes place, and then I may entertain that thought. But I also want to get more experience with flatbed too, because once I go on or op, I haven't decided if I'm going to go back to drive-in or reefer, or if I'm gonna do flatbed, or I could do all three if I'm on or op and I get my own truck. And you may ask, why? How can you do all three? Well, if you get a headache rack attached to the back, and the headache rack is just something that prevents, the saying is, it prevents the driver from having a headache in case the load shifts forward into the back of the cab. But it also serves as a tool box. It holds your tools, your chains, your binders, your straps, your bungees, just your tools that you need. So if you get a headache rack back there, and you have a decent amount of space and gap with your catwalk and your fifth wheel, you can still, even if you're not pulling a flatbed trailer, you can still pull a drive-in or a reefer. You just got to make sure you have enough space, especially with the reefer, because you have the the motor and the unit right there, so you have to have enough space to make your turns so that motor won't rub up against your headache rack. So I mean, it can be possible that way. During different seasons, you might want to run flatbed for a little bit, and then when that starts slowing down, you might want to switch to reefer. And with a reefer, if you turn that reefer off, it's a dry van trailer. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Get a headache rack built on whatever truck I get, and then I'm unlimited. I can do all of them because I got experience doing them all. And yeah, I just haven't made like a clear decision if, oh, I'm just gonna do flatbed forever, or if I'm gonna do reefer forever, or I'm gonna do dry van forever. Nah, I just haven't made that distinction of which one. And that old saying goes, if you're a master of everything, what are you truly a master of? So I never said I'm a master. I enjoy them all, but right now I enjoy the thought process of flatbed, because every piece is different, and the way it's loaded and everything plays a factor on how you're going to secure it. And of course, I keep this book to help me as well. Boom. Got to keep this book. I have some pages saved. Put y'all right there. I got pages, as you can see, certain pages I have saved because I may have questions. But since I've been in flatbed, this is like my Bible. It tells me all my working load limits and stuff like that, how to secure different stuff. So yeah, the good book. I keep that with me. I keep it up here at arm's reach in case I get something that I'm unsure about. And then with most companies, they all have safety departments, and they always tell you, hey, if it's something you're unsure about, call them, take pictures. And yeah, I do that too. But sometimes, you just want to, try to read it and comprehend stuff on your own and, secure it. And then if you still have questions, just call safety and say, hey, I'm kind of stumped on this one. I have pictures. I'm about to send them. Okay, take a look at it and tell me where I went wrong, or, what am I missing? And I like that Wylie is real good at responding. They respond immediately. There's always someone on call from safety. And shout out to Ben. Ben taught my class during orientation. He taught my he works for safety. He's very knowledgeable about the job because he was flatbedding for a while. Went over securement with me, taught me some stuff that I didn't know. I never said that I knew everything, but primarily when I was at Milton, I did teardrops whenever I used chains. He taught me about the Carolina, I think it's what it's called, the Carolina way of securing a chain. And at Milton, we only use snap binders. With Wylie, they do issue one snap binder that's for your tarps, but everything else, the other 15 are all ratchet. And he showed me the easiest way to figure out how to use it, because I told him I don't know how to use it because I never used it. I'm used to using snap binders. So once he showed me how to do that, man, it made life so much easier. I actually like the ratchet binders over the snap binders. I really do. He also taught me about indirect and direct tie downs. I knew about the indirect because that's pretty much all I did when I was at Milton. A lot of indirect tie downs. That's basically you securing the load from left to right or right to left, both sides of the trailer between the rub rail. Versus direct tie down, you have one anchor point from the rub rail going to one point on the piece of equipment or whatever, and that's your direct tie down. You're directly doing it at a diagonal, whatever angle you're putting on it. You don't have the chain going from left to right. So, and he showed me how a method called a short chain. So I learned a lot that week. I was with Ben and Jim, but Ben was primarily teaching it. Jim was also there as well. Jim is the gentleman that you, if you come to EW Wylie and they send you the safety video, that's Jim. He's the guy that's doing all of the stuff that you have to do, have to show that you can do before they will, you know, continue the process. Because the whole week is a process. The whole week you do not have a job. It's a interview. It's a week-long interview, and they're trying to see, you know, are you capable of doing this job and handling this truck and securing this freight. So this video, this is about at 20 minutes. I'm gonna stop it here. We'll pick it back up, but I'm enjoying my journey. I'm glad to be back on YouTube. I got a lot of stuff to show you guys, and just thank you for people that stayed with the channel, and welcome to the new people that's just subscribed to the channel. I'm not an expert by any means. I'm just documenting my journey and releasing it for the world to see. I'm not an expert. I'm not saying this is how you have to do. I'm just showing you how I do it and what I'm doing and the state and the city that I'm in. And whenever I can show you them unloading, I'm going to show it. And when I can't, I'm going to say, hey, I can't. Some places are stricter than others. So thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Until next time.